Hello, my name is Jessie Tarian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm coming to you live from my craft room in sunny Las Vegas. In here we do all things papercraft. So if you're joining me from YouTube or you're new to my Facebook group, welcome. If you have a good time, like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun things. If you're one of my besties, sign off and let me know you're here. I have a great class for us. This is going to be a two-part series. Hi, Mom. How you doing? Yeah, we've had a huge launch. I have to get my thoughts together of holiday items because Facebook, Stampin' Up, really listens to its customers and it likes to fill those needs. So a lot of customers were like, hey, we want to start our holiday stuff earlier because it takes time, right? So Stampin' Up listened. They came up with a whole online exclusive product launch of fall, Halloween, Christmas, the holidays. So if you haven't yet, go on StampinUp.com, go down to shop, and then click on online exclusives, and it's all going to come up for you. Hi, Pam. How you doing? So, okay, here's my thought process. I'm not doing a huge, hi, Sherry. I'm not going to do a huge Christmas in July and all that. So this covers that need. If you're thinking about working on your holiday cards, I want to give you something that you don't have to purchase a lot of stuff and you can get a ton of cards. Does that sound good? Because that's my thought process. Hi, Karen. How you doing? Welcome in. Okay. I think the best thing to do is I'm going to flip down and we're just going to get started because, like I said, two-part class, huge, lots of stuff to do. Karen, you're going to love today because it's another one-page wonder. And I'm going to flip down. We're going to get ourselves situated. And then we're just going to get going. If I can find myself online. Yes, I can. I don't know. I've been really working hard on this and I think it's going to be something, guys. I think so. All right, here we go. Don't mind my craziness today. I was working so hard I didn't work on myself. What are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to flip down. Here we go. If you get seasick, you know the drill. Close your eyes. Here we go. All right. Looking good. Except for this stupid thing, but there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. So, here's what you will need, or something like it. But this is in the new online exclusives. It's called Greetings of the Season. So you have a ton of Christmas, holiday-ish sentiments, right? Now, you may already have these in your craft stash. And if you do, good for you. You know what I'm saying? That's less you have to purchase. Now, here's the coordinating die set that goes with this. It is offered in a bundle and in a suite with some of the other products I'm going to show you. But if you just wanted to do what I'm going to do for the next week, you would just need this. You would need the sentiments and you would need the tags. So basically, if you have punches or dies that are tags and you have Christmas sentiments, this part, you're good to go. But if you're interested, there it is. Okay? So I'm going to move this out of the way, and now I'm going to show you the designer series paper that is in the suite with that set. Okay, I'm going to show you one of each sheet, and I'm going to tell you my thought processes. Let's say you bought this pack of designer series paper. You could fussy cut out, and I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but that's gold foil embellished, okay? you could cut these out, and that's what I did. And the second page, more. You've got beautiful bells, and then you've got more foliage. Now, there's another stamp set where you can stamp foliage and cut it out with a die. That might be something that interests you too. Here's the back of those. They're killing me because they used the cut apart paper. They put the plaid on the back. We all know how much that's my favorite. This one, not so sad. I mean, it's nice, but nothing to write home about. Okay, so those two sheets, which you get 4 of them because you get 2 of each sheet I'm showing you in a pack, you would use some of that for your cut aparts for your cards, okay? Now you're going to choose, and I'm choosing this one, my gold stars, and on the back is this holly moment, I guess, not holly, mistletoe moment, okay? So this is gonna be my one sheet wonder, but you could do this same thing over and over again with the method I'm showing you. So you're going to get gorgeous gold foiled paper and then green side on each piece. So here's some pretty diamonds, and then you have more mossy meadow foliage on the back. Here's another great one. It's those boughs, and then you have all the gold sprinkled throughout, and then you also have a nice polka dot moment. Okay, so keep this in mind as we go forward, that if you get 1 pack of this paper, you're getting 12 sheets, so 2 of each of what I showed you. All right, now we're gonna pretend like I sat here and I fussy cut all this out. Little bit of prep, okay? So that's already prepped for us, ready to go. I'm gonna put this to the side. And again, these are in the online exclusives. So you purchase that paper. What cardstock should you use with it? I went with Very Vanilla, Mossy Meadow, and some Real Red. Those are the 3 color cardstocks I use. Now, if you do this method and you use a different paper, obviously you're gonna coordinate with that paper. But you're definitely gonna want a neutral for your sentiments and things, and at least one coordinating color. I like the 2. Okay, so now that we've got that, now let's pull in some extras, okay? So I pulled in some Real Red ribbon. I have some gold, and I also had some Mossy Meadow. So again, just repeating that color over and over with my embellishments. Also in the suite or sold separately are these little berry clusters. It's called Cherry Cobbler and Pearl Adhesive Backed Berries. I'm obsessed with these. Okay, you pull that off, it comes off in a cluster of 3. These pearlized ones are, you know, opalescent, very cute, love. I don't know why, but in my stuff I always put like the 3 berry cluster, so that made my life a whole lot easier. Ink choices, I just went for Mossy Meadow, Real Red, just keep repeating, you know. For additional things that you could purchase or you might have in your craft stash, I liked the Bow Punch. I use this a lot. And for a little bit of texture, I didn't go crazy because if people don't have the cut and emboss machine, you would just skip this step. But the 3D, the Snowflake 3D embossing folder is available. Then in my craft stash from last year, the Evergreen Forest 3D, I used that once. But you might have something like this. So get into your craft stash, use what you have. Okay. So now that I've gone through everything that I've used, I'm going to show you I made 12 cards total. So today these are the cards that we are going to be making. And I'm sorry. If that sun gets bothersome, someone let me know in the comments and I'll go close my blind. Jack was sitting in the window before. It is National Kitten Day. So anyone who has a kitten or has ever had a kitten, happy National Kitten Day. We gave Kirby extra treats, of course, and pets because he is our resident kitten. We gave Jack and Amelia extra treats all around because they are putting up with Kirby, so they too deserve treats. But who makes up these holidays, seriously? And when did that become a thing? So, I know it's crazy, right? Kitten Day. I think everybody, after this, we should all go get a kitten. I mean, I have a kitten, but I could use more in my life. No, I think Jack would just not love me. I'm not going to do that to him. But anyway, I'm off topic. So these are the 4 that we are going to be doing today. Now, these 4 were all made with the same sheet of designer series paper. You can see it sprinkled throughout, right? But wait. So I made those 4. And then Friday, we are just going to be assembling and making 8, yes, I said it, 8 more cards from one sheet of designer series paper. So look at this. I know there's so many. I'm going to have to do them in batches here. So here's 4 more. Exactly. But wait, there's more. Okay, look at this. How pretty are these cards? And I did it with that one pack of paper, designer series paper. So you're getting the embellishments, the bells, the foliage, and then you're using that cardstock and, you know, just bringing it out. So there's 4 more. Now let me show you the last 4. Now someone do the math for me. If we get 12 papers and we take 4 of them for the foliage and the bells, that leaves us 8. Okay, maybe not 12. Let me see, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I did 11. I thought I got 12. I got 11, it's okay, it's still good. So we have 8 sheets of designer series paper. If we're on this, I can do. If we take and we do the same process 8 times, so 8 times 11, you could get 88 Christmas cards from one pack of designer series paper. So if you buy yourself a little ribbon, a couple packs of those berries, or maybe you have embellishments to use, couple packs of your cardstock, you could do all your Christmas cards for, you know, pennies, basically. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So that is what we are doing this week. I think I've explained it pretty well. I'm going to have a lot of pictures that I'm posting, so don't you worry. One thing is, I will definitely be posting a picture of the designer series paper cut. What would you call it? Cut diagram. Okay. I want to make sure we can see the whole thing. I wish upon a star that this, let me try a stamp block real quick. It's probably too thick. It's not bad, but it won't stay. And it was in front of our camera. We'll see if that stays. If it goes down, you know why. Okay. So I'm going to take a sheet of our designer series paper. And the first thing I want you to do, you remember the rule for these one sheet wonders. Never make a cut that you can't go straight through the paper. That's my one rule. If I can't do that, I don't want to do it. right? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut your 12 by 12 paper into 3 strips of 4 by 12. And our paper manufacturers are really generous with the paper. So don't assume that this is perfectly 4 inches. See, they always give a little extra. So go ahead and trim that off. And if you didn't know that, that could be why sometimes your cuts are off. So I know it's only like a 1/16 of an inch, but it does make a difference. Okay, so we're going to take our first piece of 12 by 4 and we're going to cut 1.5 inch. And put that aside. Then we're going to cut 4 inches. Make sure your paper's straight. And then we're going to cut this twice to give us 4 2-inch squares. Okay. So we've got that. Now we're going to do the next one, and we're going to do 5, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 4 1.25 by, 1.25, sorry. 1.25 by 4-inch strips. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop, make sure it's straight. Okay. So we have these, and then we have a piece that is left that's 4 by 1.5. You just leave that, set that aside. Now we're going to take our next section, and again, 1.5. How easy is this? Okay, now we're going to do a mat, so we're going to go to 5 1/4. And then we're going to cut at 2 5/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to leave this piece at 2 5/8 by 4. Like so. Just checking. You never know. Okay, and again, 1.5. See how easy this is? What you're going to find is this is repeat. Hold on 1 second. We're going to cut this piece at 5 1/4. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome in. We're going to cut 1.5 inches off. And that is a strip. And then do it again, 1.5. And now we're going to have this 1-inch strip that I want you to make a bunch of 1-inch cubes. So just follow it down. Make sure it's straight. Take your time. You should be able to get 5 of these. If you don't like to mess with little tiny squares, you could use that as a strip on a card. This is the only piece of paper that is not used out of that 12 by 12 sheet. I'm not fussed about that. Now we have this. So for this last piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4, we're just going to diagonal cut it. And we all know how to do that. You line it up in your trimmer, corner to corner. Maybe go up so you can see the corners. Get a good grip on it, cut it through, and there we go. We have processed that whole paper, and now for the next week, we're gonna be working with that paper to make our 11 cards. Here's the outline. I don't know if you can really see that really well in my scratchy handwriting, but I have a printed copy that I'm going to put online for you. Don't you worry. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, and you'll notice I do this in batches. So I cut my designer series paper, and I would suggest doing 1 page at a time, but it's really up to you. If you want to do 1 page at a time, do it my way. If you want to just do all the papers, but you're going to have a lot of things to sift through, and that could get confusing, it could get overwhelming, you could lose things. That's why I suggest, you know, do 11 at a time. But what I am going to do, if it will cooperate with me, here we go. I'm going to take some of that Very Vanilla, and I am going to take our dies, just pick the whole thing up, and I'm going to just fit them in wherever they will go. Now my plate is getting warped because I'm using it so much. If your plate is warped, I suggest you washi tape, or, you know, however you adhere it down so it doesn't wiggle. But basically the idea is just to fit as many as you can on your little platform and run it through. This way you're getting all your little pieces that you can stamp and work with done at once. You know, how easy is that? Especially when you have a lot of cards to do, you know, you're doing these things in batches. Good God. Also, if you were to use washi tape, which I don't know why I fight the system, but I do. We all know. When you bump it, it won't go all over and you won't have to redo it. You guys don't care though, right? You know I'm a hot mess. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna hold it down. I gotta get it in the platform. There we go. Figured out my life. And I'm kind of like stabilizing it because it's so warped. Here we go. If you hear the bone cracking sound, that's normal. Just means it's cracking through to the other plate and you're doing it right. How is that sun coming in, guys? I think I'm gonna go flip the thing down. Okay. So basically you're just gonna cut a bunch of these out. This is all I think we need for tonight. And I think you get the point. So we're gonna move on. All right. How great is this? We should do like a tag class with it, where we make, this will be like in November, December timeframe, but I want to do like, just sit down and make a ton of gift tags where we decorate them with ribbon and we stamp them and cut them out. And we do all the good things. What do you guys think about that? You could do different types of paper and, I don't know, embellishments. They have some great sets for Christmas coming out that have a lot of like stickers and embellishments we could use. So if that's your jam, excuse my chest. Okay, So now we pretty much got our batch stuff done, and we'll go ahead and we'll start with the first card. Now, I have not done my insides yet. And this card, I did it like this, but when I prepped my cardstock, I did them all opening regularly. It's a choice. It just depends on how you cut it. So if you want a long card to open at the top, when you take your cardstock, you're going to cut it at 4 1/4 lengthways and then score it at 5 1/2, and you're going to get this situation right here, and it can go sideways or it can go up and down. If you like a traditional card, just cut it at 5 1/2 and then score it at 4 1/4. Same thing. It just depends on what you're feeling, how you want your card to look. So there's that. Another thing, and I didn't do it because we pretty much know, go ahead and prep your card bases too. You know, think about how you want them. Sometimes people like to have their pieces in front of them and kind of play with them before they cut the card base. I understand that. That's how I and my brain works, but you know, you do you, boo. Now, for this first card, I took a mat of Mossy Meadow. All the card bases today are made with Real Red, and I ran it through the embossing machine with an embossing folder just to give it some texture. So if you don't have that, just skip that step, no big deal. I think I like it like this, so the emboss side. Now I'm gonna sift through, and I am going to find that bottom piece. This is the only thing with cutting it live. See, there we go. So I'm going to put this piece down at the bottom, and then I'm going to take some Real Red ribbon and I'm going to decorate. Let's see. Oh, the glue is flowing today, guys. Yay. All right. So who has ever done this before? And if you have, what did you think of it? If you have not, is this something you're going to try? That's what I want to know. I'm going to pull in my silicone mat and my Stampin' Seal. I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal down, and that is so I can stick my ribbon to that and it's not going to get pulled up or, you know, anything weird in mailing. Here we go. And if anybody does this, I want to know what you think of it, and did you use up the whole pack? Okay, so there's this ruffly ribbon. I put that there. I like to use the Stampin' Seal or dry adhesive because it's instant stick. It's kind of like the tear and tape. It's gonna stick. I'm not gonna get glue all over my fingers. We can all see how I struggle. And it just puts it where I want it. And I don't have to fuss with it. Now I'm gonna stick this like this. I don't worry about it because no adhesive's gonna stick to this mat. So now I can work on the front before we adhere it to the card base. Now, I'm just going to take what I cut out, so it won't be exact, but, oh no, it is. It's the same. Never mind. I'm making stuff up. I'm going to take some Mossy Meadow, and we're going to do Love and Joy. with our stamp sets, if I can find it. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why. When I put the ink on it, I will see which way is up, but right now it just looks like squiggles. Okay, I see it. All right. Oh, got it. Were you nervous? I wasn't. I thought, I got this. No, maybe I was a little nervous. Maybe I'm making it up. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of this ribbon. I didn't do a lot of bows. I know you guys, some of you don't mind them. Some of you, it ain't happening, which is fine. Sometimes I love them and other times I just break up with it, you know. Oh, here we go. You could also use some twine for this step, if that's easier to work with, but I just took a tiny little piece and I'm just gonna make a tie, not a bow. And because this is roughly ribbon, it doesn't need a bow, but depending on what kind of ribbon, you do you. And now I'm just gonna give it a little snip. Okay. For the frayed edges, I'm gonna stick that on and I'm going to use my bow punch. I have a little bit of Mossy Meadow scrap paper. Just gonna pop a few of those out. And a little bit of pine that I fussy cut out because of the pine trees. So that's why I made the choices I did, okay? I feel good about my choices. We got this. Here we go. So like that. Now you could absolutely pop this up if you wanted to. I think I'm gonna pop my tag up a bit. Look how well the bow punch works with this. Just kind of stick it, layer it, you know, do all the things. Now, here it is. So how is everybody doing in the heat? That's what I want to know. It has been hot, hot, hot here. We hit the hottest day in record for the time, you know, the month or whatever, a couple days ago. When you get in the car, it's like you're melting. Even with the air, it's crazy. Okay, so there we go. We have our little embellishment. You see how it's coming together? Super easy. When you're doing this stuff in batches, it's gonna go super fast. Now you could be extra. You could maybe mat it with some very vanilla, you know? You could adjust it a little bit, make it a little fancier. But I just think that is so pretty. I'm letting the glue set up here. Stunning. And then I'm just gonna take one of these berry clusters. Look how easy this is. Dot it and done. So that's our first card. Who wouldn't love this? It's got texture, many different textures. It's got metallic. I mean, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, next card. Again, we're going to take our card base. Set that to the side. I have a very vanilla mat. I'm going to do this just to be careful. Okay, now we're going to pull in some of our little foliage. What did I get? So I did the holly, the bough. I'm going to call that a bough. I don't know what it is. My bells want to come too, apparently. And there's my tag. Now, one thing I will suggest, play with this before you glue it down. Or, no, that's not the right piece. Here we go. Or, maybe it is the right piece. It goes like that, but I like the green. We're just gonna flip it, it doesn't matter. So, I like the green with this card. We're gonna do that, and then I want some of this to take up that free space. So I'm gonna arrange it where I want it. Now, there's two ways you could do this. Do that, then glue it down, and then, you know, adorn. Or you can make it a pocket by just gluing the edge and the bottom. If it squishes over, it doesn't matter because got that mat under there. Okay, so now we've created a pocket, and in that pocket we're going to glue these down. You could stick a gift card or something, a little note in there, a picture, you know. Think outside the box. What can we use the pocket for? Okay, so I'm going to do that. Stuck to my finger. You could also use your bow punch, put some extra if you wanted. I kind of liked it like this. And I'm going to stick that right there, and the ribbon is going to fill up some of that space. So I'm gonna do a giveaway. Just something little. It's always fun. You know, it's just for fun, like a pack of paper or something, but I can't decide what I want to do to earn drawings. I was thinking about, like, I don't know, like doing a word jumble, and then when you submit it, your name gets entered. So, you know, really, as long as you, it's just for fun. So as long as you do something and you submit it, you're going to get entered. Everybody's going to get entered. It's a free drawing. But I just thought, I don't know. What are some of the giveaway things that I've done that you really enjoyed? Comment, let me know, and I will consider doing that. We're going to stick with the joy and love if I can find I could find it. I found it. And some real red. Little light dab. You do not need to crush your stamp set into your stamp pad to get it to adhere. It'll just pick it up. And then again, no CPR stamping. We're not rocking, we're not pumping, just a little light pressure. See that? And there you go. So now I'm gonna pop this up. So let's see. You like it, Cheryl? It's super pretty, huh? So does anyone have any ideas? What's a good thing I should do for this giveaway I want to do? Last time I posted stuff, but I had a lot more stuff to give away. You know what I mean? So I would post, you would like it. I don't know. I just want something easy and fun. It's summer. You know? You know? Okay. So there we go there. Let's go ahead and glue this down. Try to get it straight. I like to give it time for that glue to really catch. Our Tombow glue dries really fast, so doesn't take that long, but you know, just be on the safe side. Thanks, Ma. And then what did I do? I used so many of these on the example cards that will have to be, do I want it here? I don't know, I'm gonna save that one. I think I'm gonna just sit this one like that. Okay, I love it. Okay, so there's 2 cards done. A little bit different, right? A little bit, you'll have to work with what you got. And so your cards might not come out exactly like mine do, but I swear, it just, when you start going with those one sheet wonders, it just presents itself like, add something here, put something there, mat something. You know what I'm saying? Very easy. So here's our next one. Let me dig through the pile. It is the 2 sheets, not the long one. It's 2 of these, I think. That one's kind of wide. This is the only thing. Make sure you have, these are my skinny ones. There it is. Okay, we got them. Now, this card would also look good if you matted a piece behind it before putting your focal points and stuff on, and then giving some dimension with an embossing folder. But because I wanted to keep it simple, in case you didn't have that, we're gonna keep it simple. But I know a lot of you do have that, so I expect you to get into your craft stash and enjoy your stuff. Yes, I'm calling you out. Here we go. Put it where I want it to live. Okay. Now, let me see. Did I cut that piece out? Yes, I did. Okay. Now this time we're going to do some season's greetings. Don't come for me if you don't like that sentiment. Let me say that right now. Some people like it. Other people have really strong opinions. I understand. You do you, boo. I represent Switzerland here on the neutral party. Pick up that red. I'm gonna plop it down. I'm not gonna put it directly in the middle. I'm gonna put it a little bit down. And the reason for that, and before you stamp, you might wanna think about this stuff. What are you putting on there? I wanna put the pine needles, I wanna put a bell, so I need some room for that. So when you're card making, these are the, you know, little things you might wanna consider. Now I'm going to take some of my Mossy Meadow ribbon for just a different look. This is just a flat linen ribbon. I'm going to cut a piece off. And I tied a bow. Thought about something else. Hold on. Let's try something else. I just want to give you options. If you're doing twine or you're doing a thin ribbon, fold it in half, pinch it, stick it through your hole, and then take your tails and put them through the loop that creates. And pull. There is absolutely no tying. If you can't tie, there you go. Or not that you can't, but you know, sometimes it's annoying. And then just give it a little trim, and there you have a tag topper that you don't have to tie. Okie dokie. Now I'm gonna glue this flat first, now that I got my ribbon on. That was probably way more than I needed. And I'm just gonna make sure that the edge of my tag is lined up with the edge of the card. And kind of stagger your papers, you know. There we go. And now I'm gonna get into my bucket. I'm gonna put a little, you could again pop this up. And this time I'm going to take a bell. Let me find one. I'm going to stick it up there. Just make sure you don't cover your greeting. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to just take some of those opalescent berries and kind of just dot them around the card. 3 cards done, guys. What do you think? Look at that. Now, once I figured out how I liked it, I didn't so much worry about reinventing the wheel. You know what I mean? If you were going to do this one sheet wonder and do the whole pack and get 88 cards, I would suggest doing your first set, figuring out how you want it, and then use those cards as your templates, right? Use them as your template. Now, we're gonna have to go back to, I believe, our cut and emboss, or I'll do it on the side. But the reason why is this piece, we're going to use the big sheet, the 4 by 5 1/4 mat, right? And so we really need a large focal point to bring that card together. If you put a tiny one on there, I mean, you could, but that's an awful lot of open space. it's not good balance for your card. So let me do that real quick. It takes 2 seconds. And then we can finish up our card for tonight and chit chat for a bit. So what do you think about starting your cards in the summer? Are you into it? Do you have a ton that you have to do, so you have to start it early? Or is it just too hot and you're just not feeling the fa-la-la spirit yet? I want to know. I think for me, it's kind of early. You know, I mean, I love this and these are beautiful, but yeah, I'm just not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'll get there. Not there yet. Okay, I'm gonna take the Mossy Meadow and we're going to stamp one of the larger sentiments on here. There's 2 large sentiments in this set. So it's the most wonderful time of the year. And then there's, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. So that's what we're gonna put on the front. But these are great for the inside of your card. And then, you know, you have all your fancies on the front and then you use your smaller tags. So be thinking about that too. What are you gonna put on the inside of your card? Do I want this one? No. I want this one. I know my stamp blocks need love. They're messy. I have a whole new set that I used my half off item on. And I'm not opening it because I want to keep them nice. Is that crazy? I have a lot of stamp blocks, but I hold events where I have multiple people stamping and using them. And so I just found I needed more. That was it. That's my story. I needed more. So that's why I ordered more. But if you're going to do it, get it at 50% off for the whole set. I mean, you know. Otherwise, what are you doing? So let's see. Sherry, I know it is a good idea to do and to get ahead of it for sure. Now, I always do Vlogmas, or I don't know what I call it, Countdown to Christmas craziness, where I am doing a card a night. I'll be doing a live a night 5 days a week, and we'll be doing different Christmas cards starting at Thanksgiving time and going all the way up until Christmas. And that's when I get a lot of my cards done. But if you want them mailed out in a timely manner, you might want to start earlier. And I will do stuff in November for Christmas too. But I don't know. Last year I started doing lives every night during the week. I give myself the weekend off because it does get tiring. And we always wait for the breakdown, you know. I mean, I'm just making a card. I'm not videoing my whole life, but it's a lot, guys. It is a lot. Okay, so there we go. I tied a bow on this one. We're gonna do a bell. Let me grab that. Bink, over here. Let's glue this down. What did I do? I did pop it up. I'm just gonna glue it down flat. I think I'm just flat tonight. Okie dokie. Get this on here. Okay. And see, when you do that, after you've tied your bow on the tag, it kind of, when you glue it down, it holds that bow where you want it. Then you can just give your, well, I could if I knew where my scissors were. Where did I put them, guys? Lord help me. I have the cover. Where did I put it? Oh well. This is why we have multiples. No problem. I swear, I don't know what happens. And my friends come over and they craft with me and they've witnessed stuff just disappear. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I think it's just I'm not paying attention, but other times I really think that it just goes into the matrix and comes back later. I don't know. Prove me wrong, people. All right, here we go. Let that set up. I got my bell. I think that's a little wonky, but I'm not fussed with it because it's a tag, you know. It's supposed to swing. Yeah. And then we'll put the bell and pop that up like that. And we'll put some little doodads on it. And then that's very technical term there, doodads. Here we go. Over here. Power 3, guys. Power 3. There we go. All right. So there is our card. Let me clean up my life real quick. And then I can read. Sorry, I know it wasn't really, this was a lot. 4 cards in one night is a lot. 8 cards is gonna be crazy, but it's gonna go quick because everything's cut. So I'm gonna put my pieces in the bucket for Friday so we can just continue. Can you believe I still haven't found those scissors? How weird. Oh. Okay, now these are the ones for Friday. These are the ones we did tonight. Got it. All right, so I'm gonna lay these out. My screen has froze. That's okay. Hopefully you guys are still there. Yeah, you're still there. Okay, so here we go. I always like to do this. We're gonna lay them out and then I'll flip up. So there's what we have for tonight. I think that's pretty successful. What do you think? Love it. Okay, under the card. Nope. No, that was a good guess though, Sherry. That was a good guess. Okay, I'm gonna flip up. Ready? Here we go. Close your eyes. We got it, guys. We got it. Oh, all right. I know. I do all this stuff and I lose my mind. So other than that, happy National Kitten Day. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. I hope you got a lot accomplished. I hope this motivates you. If you do this, I want to see it. So make sure you're posting. I appreciate it. And if you use a different set, maybe not for Christmas, but something else, definitely share to the group. Give us some inspiration. I'm glad you love it. So that is it for me tonight. Do I have any funny stories? I'm trying to think. You know, I always have something, right? Well, I don't know. I've been working really hard. I have so much stuff I want to do and I'm like racing to the finish. You know what I mean? So I don't think I do, but no, it's been pretty boring here other than work. So what are you going to do? Does anyone else have anything funny to share? Hopefully you are all staying cool and hydrated. Drink your water. I cannot stress this enough. I have to take this advice myself. I hate water. It makes me choke. Prove me wrong. All right, I'm gonna get off of here. I can smell dinner cooking. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Tonight I'm gonna be uploading. I think I have last Fridays and tonight's, and I'm gonna put the Blender Club stuff up there. So I'm gonna be on YouTube. So give me a hey Google, and I will see you later. Oh no, Karen. Water is the wet stuff that sometimes falls out of the sky if you live in another state besides our own. Stop it. Drink your water. All right. I love you. Mwah. Bye.